Sometimes shit just happens, you know. Today I just so I'm supposed to take an exam, and the exam is for my job. So basically, if I pass this exam, I can go to a job, and if I fail, I have to retry again. So you may be thinking, so I failed the exam, right? No, it's worse. So it's a long story, but I'll try to make it detailed. At around maybe March 2020, this year, around March, I'm still in college. I was still in college in March. I went to look for jobs online, and I found a few jobs. Went to interviews and such, and I found a job I really liked. So, I got on good terms with the employer and mainly my supervisor or supervisor to be. So I got into good contacts with her, and we decided that I probably working for that company after I graduate, which is happening very soon, in about a month plus minus 1 week, plus minus 1 week of a month. I'm about to graduate from the filming of this video. So to get to the job, it's a sort of financial service company, and I have to take exams because you can't just give financial advice anyhow, not in this country, to anyone. So you have to be qualified, and to be qualified, to take exams to be certified. So originally, the exam is scheduled at around. No. I'm wrong. It's not March. It's not March. This happened way back. This is like January or something. I can't. The details I'm blurry about, but the point is, as you guys know, there is a COVID situation going on now, or if you're from the future, there was a coronavirus outbreak thing all over the world. So basically, my first time scheduling the exam was around March, somewhere there. And basically, the exam center was like, no, you have to reschedule because of COVID, and we cannot host exams due to the situation. So the first time I registered for the exam, it didn't go through because COVID, right? Then I rescheduled at around maybe, I think, May to July, somewhere in between. Turns out that one didn't go through as well. And the reason is, it was on the Friday, I had another exam that clashed with the job exam. It's a college exam. It's about artificial intelligence. So that exam clashed with my job exam, and of course I can't go to both. So I have to reschedule the second time. Right, it's two reschedules. And after that, I rescheduled again, and that one didn't go through as well. Why? Because that day just happened to be polling day. It's like an election day, or voting day. You have to go vote, and every citizen must vote. So basically, the exam was cancelled for the third time, and today is the fourth time I rescheduled the exam. And I studied and everything, all that. I went to the venue, went inside the room and such, and there was like some identification authentication type of thing. And the person asked me for my IC, so I gave the person my IC. Turns out my current IC is not valid for government purposes, because before that I was a permanent resident holding a PR IC, but recently I've converted to citizen, so my PR IC is no longer a valid identification piece. And the government just mailed me my renewed citizen IC last week. So I did not have the opportunity to, no, I did have an opportunity to get it, but I did not think there was gonna be an absolute hindrance to me taking the exam. So the fourth time it didn't get through. And now I have to reschedule the fifth time. This, of course, sucks for me, but that's not the point. Think about how the employer or the supervisors view this series of events. A potential employee is taking 5 reschedules to get through one single exam, and I assume everyone else just did it on their first schedule. So how is the employer gonna view this? How is the supervisor gonna think of me, right? And the problem is my supervisor is an ultra nice person. She's been nice, respectful, professional, polite about everything. And that's worse because I'm now basically disappointing the expectation of such a nice person over and over again, like 5 times over something that should have been done by any regular person just once, the first time, and that's it. And yet, until now, for about like half a year plus, and 5 attempts, I couldn't even get through the door to the exam. It's not even talking about me passing the exam. There still could be a chance that after rescheduling, I go for the exam and I still fail the exam, and then I'll go for it the 6th time. And this absolutely sucked because the supervisor is so nice, and she had great expectation, great belief in my abilities, in my character, and my performance. Basically, after this ordeal today from 2 p.m., where I was denied entrance to the exam, till now, which is past 2 a.m., I've been feeling absolutely horrible. And my mind was just concocting so many catastrophes in my mind. Just, what is she thinking about me? What's the boss thinking about me? What if I don't land this job? What if my reputation goes out? What if I end up homeless without a job? What my parents gonna think about me when I can't land a job after college, after like tens of thousands of dollars of education, after so much time? What's everybody gonna think of me? What's me gonna think of me? And after about like 12 hours of psychological turmoil, I decided responsibly and respectfully to any individual that may affect due to me not being able to complete the task multiple times. Respectfully, I say to myself, fuck it. For real. Because all these catastrophizing, it doesn't help. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help my supervisor. It doesn't help my parents. It doesn't help anything. And all this serves is to make me feel horrible and make my supervisor feel horrible, because I just sent like a wall of text to her, apologizing about how guilty I am, how incompetent I am, and I'm like begging for her to believe me one more time and all that. Can you imagine on the receiving end of that, like one fine afternoon and someone just send you a wall of text eh, of emotional baggage? Like how are you gonna feel? So out of all that, out of all this guilt, disappointment, I make things even worse by catastrophizing this thing. Like for all I know, I can just go and retake the exam again. And in fact, I am rescheduling another exam because no matter how many times this happened, the instructions are the same. Go and schedule an exam and go do the exam. This can be the 100th time, and this will still be the thing you have to do. So just go do it. The actions are not going to change. But internally, I'm suffering. And because I'm internally suffering, I'm projecting this suffering onto others through my actions being affected by this suffering, by this overthinking, by this worst case scenario type of worry. And in the end, I actually did not reschedule today because I was so caught up in being sad, in being feeling guilty, in being feeling remorseful, in being feeling like the worst person in the world. I'm feeling like I betrayed the trust of so many people. And even after all that, how would I come to know with any knowledge or certainty whether in that person's mind I've actually incurred a disappointment? Maybe if that person just take it as like a joke or a stroke of bad luck, like haha, this happened to you again, oh well, just keep going at it. Maybe that person doesn't take it that seriously. I don't know. But I assumed the worst, and I projected the worst onto those people, and now those people probably feel kind of tense, and I made it difficult for them to respond, because now they have to, deal with an emotional person instead of a person that's operating on logic and reason and taking actions. So really, in summary, in terms of action, I'm going to reschedule the exam as soon as the window of rescheduling opens, and if my supervisor doesn't reply to me or reply to me in negative ways, I'm just gonna take it. And take it not doesn't mean I feel bad and I swallow it. Like no, I'm just gonna keep calm, do my best to study and prepare for the exam, and go for the exam. If I lose this job, then so be it. And of course, I'm sorry for being a drag to the supervisor, and she's watching this, which she is almost 100% not. But if you are, I'm sorry for all this drag, all this waste of time, stalling, whatever. I'm genuinely sorry about all of that. And yet, setting those aside, I'll continue to try my best and not let crap that happens to me get in my way of trying my best, whether it is due to me or due to others or due to whoever's fault. I will do the most optimal action to get the most optimal result. That's it. That's it and nothing more. Thank you for watching.